Watch me make and eat a raw onion. Leeks with the roots on them are apparently not that easy to find. I had to go to 4 grocery stores maybe till I finally found some that had roots on them. And then the diameter of the leeks, most of them are pretty large, and you want to have relatively small ones because apple cores are not that large in diameter. So you're trying to match the diameter of the leek to the diameter of an apple core. As you saw in the video, I basically just took the apple core and repeated the kind of scraped off sides around the apple to make it so that the leek could fit through, but I would be more careful to maybe measure or just do a little more carefully and less haphazard like I did in the video, but I wanted to just make it happen. So doing that part a little bit more carefully, just buy the biggest apple that you can find for the most part to try to approximate an onion. You could maybe shape the apple a little bit more. Onions are more round, apples are a little bit wider at the top and a little narrower at the bottom. I'm saying this like people don't know what an apple is. The spring roll paper that I used had like a pattern on it, a grid pattern, but that was just what was available. Some grocery stores will have like an ethnic food section or an Asian or Mexican food section. That's where I found the spring roll wrappers, but ideally you would find some that were didn't have a pattern on them. Also, I think probably I should have let them sit in the water longer to make them softer and more malleable. I was fighting with them a little bit, but I think it turned out okay enough. The food dye. So I had black and fuchsia food dye. I didn't really end up using the black, but you should let the food dye dry before attempting to touch or eat the apple. You may want to use gloves when you're making it. Anything that it touches is going to get food dye on it, obviously. And since it's meant to dye things, it doesn't come out easily. So as you may have noticed in the video, when I took a bite, I got all these nasty food dye marks all over my mouth. And I had food dye on my hands. I'm pretty sure if I just let it sit for a minute and dry, maybe that wouldn't have happened so much. Which leads me to this fun story of after the fact, how I attempted to get the food dye off of my hands and off of my mouth. So I tried hot soap and water first. It worked minimally. I think if you get it when it's still wet, it'll help wash it off. But once it starts to dry, you're kind of in a predicament. So then I looked up what else I can do. It said something about oil. So first I tried Vaseline. I know from working with other things in the past, sometimes Vaseline helps, and then you can use other things to help cut the Vaseline and get that off your hands, but Vaseline didn't do anything. I tried cooking oil because it said oil. That didn't do anything. I tried mineral oil. Mineral oil didn't do anything. I tried acetone. Acetone didn't do anything, but what was fun is a little bit of acetone spilled and got on the paintbrush handle that I used. So when I picked that up, I had white paint and fuchsia food dye all over my hands. So then I had to clean that off. So I guess I just have food dye on my hands for the rest of my life now. I did fortunately get it off of my mouth though, with toothpaste. Maybe I just did it quick enough. Maybe toothpaste has a magic ingredient. To be honest, I didn't really try to just rub toothpaste all over my hands because it's not bothering me that much. But yeah, rubbing the toothpaste on my mouth and brushing my teeth seemed to get it off enough that I don't look like I don't know, insert whatever you thought I looked like. My inspiration for doing this was Scott Prop and Roll. Check out his channel. He does a much better job. He's a prop master, and so he knows what he's doing. His inspiration to do this project comes from the movie Holes. They eat onions in that movie, so you can see how the professionals did it. So I think that's about it. Obviously, it didn't turn out great, but I at least demonstrated the concept to myself enough that I'm satisfied. And like I said, if I did it again, I would do those things, and I think it would turn out a lot better. So I hope that you thought that this was neat. Okay, bye.